Hey, welcome to Property Nut How to Video Help. These are our video help files to help you with any of the how-tos that you're out there trying to figure out on Property Nut. And this one I'm presenting to you today is a dandy. It is how to create a great search engine optimized, or what we call SEO, title for your listing ad on PropertyNut.com. That listing ad needs to have a great title because that's where Google looks for the words that you put in there to match up with whatever it is that a buyer types into, or a renter types into, a searcher types into Google or into Yahoo or Bing or Craigslist. Wherever they're doing that search, when they type in those words, which are called keywords, whatever they type in, that's the keywords. We want to match with those because if we get a match, they're going to bring up more often than not your listing ad and be able to contact you and check into seeing about making a visit and maybe even making an offer on one of your properties. So let's go ahead and get started here. Just take a couple of minutes and go through this process. So I'm over here. I'm already signed into my demo account. I've already clicked on Manage Listings, and I'm looking at my unfinished ad here that I've got completely done except for that magical SEO title. So I'm going to click on the address. The address takes me right into my edit mode. Again, I've already done the general information. I've already got all my features in. I've already put in a great description. So I'm going to click on title and get that title done. Now, Property Nut automatically does about 50% of the SEO for you. The search engine optimized titles that we've got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices for you to pick from. That in this case, it's a residential home. It is being offered for sale in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it has a 3-bedroom setup. So the fact is, we know that often a searcher that's looking particularly for a property for sale is looking for specifically a home, a condo, a flat, an apartment for sale, whatever it is that they're looking for. They're going to look specifically for that type of property. And of course, how it's offered for sale, the city and state it's being offered in, and then how many bedrooms. Now, bathrooms are much more flexible because people are willing to say, instead of 2.5 baths, we can go with this 2-bath, 3-bedroom. But if it's only a 2-bedroom and they've got to have 3, that isn't going to work. So I'm particularly fond of this particular title right here. 3-bedroom, 1-story, residential home for sale in Scottsdale, Arizona. I happen to know that there's more of the retirees looking in Scottsdale, Arizona. So often they're looking for 1-story. They don't have to deal with the stairs. So I'm going to get that little extra help there, maybe from 1-story. So I simply click on the title. It fills this part in, and if I did nothing else but this, I would have 75%. I would be 75% better off than most of the real estate agents out there because most of them are not doing this much when it comes to doing their titles and their search engine optimization to match up with that buyer. That's just the plain simple truth. Now that number is shrinking, especially with education like this. So what we're showing you here is this title is a great start. It's about halfway, but if you really want a great title, you need to know more about and have great keywords in there. You need to know more about the area. What is the property near? What is it in proximity to? What is it that people know about that area when they're looking for a home that's a 3-bedroom home for sale in Scottsdale, Arizona? Maybe they know that it's on, and they're looking for something on McCormick Ranch near Gainey Ranch. These are 2 very popular subdivisions in Scottsdale. And it also happens to be near or close to Mayo Clinic and Scottsdale. I got to get back to my spelling lessons here. Scottsdale Memorial North. And so, with that in mind, I've got my title not so quickly typed in, but it's there. So you get the picture. If this was too perfect, it would seem robotic. So you can tell this is no robot. Now we've got Scottsdale Memorial North that the property's near. It's near Mayo Clinic. Those are two great employers that also, of course, have people that work there that often can afford properties, and they need to be near that hospital or near that clinic that they are employed at. And in some cases, ER doctors actually have to be within, I think, something like 10 minutes of the ER. Again, McCormick and Gainey Ranch, people know what that's near. We could go in and put other things like near Old Town, Scottsdale. Again, if it's relevant to the property and it's truly a near proximity, a landmark that people know of, what else could it be? In this particular case, we won't use this one, but as a matter of fact, if this were in Tempe, Arizona, maybe it would be near ASU, or if it were in Los Angeles, maybe it'd be near UCLA. And you'll find often that student housing opportunities where investors are looking to buy properties that are near a large university or college. Military bases, if it's near a military base, those people are on government payroll and they are pretty gainfully employed these days. So don't count out other things around you that you may not be thinking of until you start looking at what's around you to get those keywords that are going to be the kind of things that a searcher on Google, Yahoo, Bing, Craigslist, and so forth would type in so they match up with your listing ad. That is how to do a great SEO, search engine optimized listing ad on PropertyNut. I wish you much success, and watch some of the other help videos so you can figure out how to do whatever it is that you need to do to get more business using PropertyNut.com marketing. Thank you and much success.